Hey folks, Ron here. I'm talking quietly because I don't want to disturb any of the neighbors. It's so quiet you can literally hear a pin drop here and little rats rustling around in the ivy next to me. Here's the ivy, but it's quite dark. I can't see it, so there's no point in showing you. Anyway, I'm at the top of a street. I've actually vlogged this street before. I've vlogged this house before. Um, this is where the house where Brian Wilson, leader and founder of the Beach Boys, was living in 1966 when he wrote the famous Smile album with Van Dyke Parks. So I always vowed that I wanted to come back up here at night to see the city view because it's just, I knew it would be unbelievable. And it's more clear tonight, looks like, than it was during the day when I was shooting. So a bunch of cars coming all of a sudden. Maybe it's security. Anyway, so it's just spectacular. It's so quiet. I can hear fireworks going off. Booms around the city. A little helicopter flying there. But it's been like that for over a year, almost every night of fireworks. Can you tell the how steep this hill is? I'll show you behind me. Here's the former Brian Wilson house again. And then behind me is just the top of the cul-de-sac. You've got the beautiful moon there. It's almost a full moon. We've got a helicopter flying in the distance there. This is literally the very top of the Hollywood Hills. Quite lovely, quite beautiful. And it was on my bucket list to come back and to see for myself. And I thought it might be interesting to film for you guys. I see a couple helicopters flying around the city, one higher, one lower. I hear rats or something running around the ivy. Wow, is it quiet? That helicopter there, circling off in the distance. So when Brian Wilson lived here in 1966, God, the houses must have been, well, I say cheap, not cheap, but I don't know what, $100,000, maybe not even. When Brian Wilson lived here, Van Dyke Parks, who was the co-writer, wrote the lyrics for the album. Apparently he had kind of a crummy car, and it was so steep, this hill, that he had, I think he was on a scooter or something, and he couldn't really make it up the hill, so I believe Brian bought him a car. That's what I heard anyway. And there's definitely things in the ivy next to me. I wouldn't let my dog roam around in there. Trying to determine where we're looking at. I think it's the Wilshire Corridor. Those skyscrapers. This is, by the way, this is only 5 minutes up the hill from the Beverly Hills Hotel. Just 5 minutes up the hill. So it's basically Beverly Hills we're looking down on in Century City. To the east is downtown LA. We may be able to see that. I'm going to try to go to another location to film that. Quiet, isn't it? It's only about 9 o'clock at night, too. Imagine this at 2 in the morning. Kind of spooky, huh? Well, folks, I'm going to say end this now, although I may be going on to another location. In case where I try the other location, if it doesn't work out, I'll say my pleasantries now so this doesn't end abruptly. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ron. Thanks for following. By the way, if you do subscribe, and you haven't already subscribed, I should say, please subscribe. And if you do, please hit the little bell icon next to the subscription button. Then you'll be notified as to when I post. And please give the channel likes. And if I can find another location to film the eastern sky or the eastern part of the city, I will do that. If not, I'm going to say goodbye now. So I may be back, I may not. See you, folks. Okay, I'm back. I'm shooting through a fence here on a construction site. That huge house on the hill. So Can't see as much as I hope, but those are the skyscrapers of downtown LA. And there's the rest of the city. Really amazing, really amazing. So if you've got a $20 million home in the Hollywood Hills, this is what you see at night, every night. This is where the party is. They're going to have a hell of a show from here on the 4th of July. This is the place to come. Some other beautiful houses here. This is also a cul-de-sac. It's the top of the other places, tops of the Hollywood Hills. Well, I wish the buildings were more outlined there. Those are the skyscrapers of downtown LA, the tallest buildings in the city. But it's kind of hard to see them. I'm very pleased with this. I hope some of you are. So like I say, definitely on my bucket list. I was here about 3 months ago during the day. Had never been to the street before, and I said, I have got to come back to look at that view. I love night views. Man, it's quiet though. All right, folks. I'll leave it there. Ron here. Another shot of the moon. And the city. Okay, guys. Here comes another helicopter. See you at the next location. Bye-bye.